Hey, Star Babes. This is Under the Stars Babe here, and I just wanted to discuss some things with you. Have you ever noticed that on the days you feel completely overwhelmed, anxious, or angry, the universe seems to just double down on you? You spill your coffee, you get stuck in traffic, and someone makes a passive aggressive comment at work. Feels like bad luck, but it's actually physics. According to the Hawkins Scale of Consciousness, if your dominant emotional state is hitting below the critical threshold of 200, you aren't just experiencing life, you're trapped in a survival mode. And when you're in the survival mode, you literally cannot see the solutions right in front of your face. Today, we're breaking down exactly why you're stuck below 200 and the exact 5-step process to shift your frequency before this episode ends. Welcome back. If you're new here, you'll know that we focus on the raw, practical mechanics of shifting your internal state so your external reality has no choice but to follow. Today we're talking about Dr. David Hawkins' Scale of Consciousness. For those who aren't familiar, this is a calibrated map of human emotions. It ranges from 1 to 1,000. But the most important number on that entire map is 200. 200 is the divided line between life happening to you and life happening for you. It's the boundary line between force and true power. If you're operating below 200, you are bleeding energy every single day. Let's talk about why that happens and how we can change it. The anatomy of the lower levels. Let's look at what lives below 200. We're talking about states like shame, which is 20, guilt, which is 30, apathy, which is 50, grief, which is 75, fear, which is 100, desire, which is 125, anger, which is 150, and pride, which is 175. Notice something about these emotions? They are all defensive. They are all reactive. When you're at fear, the world looks terrifying. When you're at anger, the world looks like an adversary, an enemy. When you look at pride, and you're at pride, you're constantly defensive, trying to protect a fragile image of yourself. Living here in 200 is exhausting, guys, because these levels run on force. You have to push, manipulate, scramble, and grind just to stay afloat. If you've been feeling deeply burnt out lately, even if you're sleeping 8 hours a night, it's usually not physical fatigue. It's the spiritual fatigue of dragging yourself through a below 200 frequency every single day. Here are the 3 reasons why you're stuck. So why do we get stuck here? It's usually 3 things. 1, the comfort of predictability. The brain prefers a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. If you've been anxious for 10 years, anxiety feels safe to your nervous system. 2, the secondary gain. We get something out of staying low. For example, staying in apathy or victimhood means we don't have to try, which means we can't fail. 3, the environmental echo chamber. Look at your feed. Look at the media. Look at the people you talk to. The vast majority of modern society operates below 200, specifically in fear, anger, and desire. If you aren't conscious about your inputs, you're passively absorbing their energy and their frequency. Now, how do we cross the line? How do we shift today? This isn't about wishing your way out. It's a deliberate evolution. Here is the 5-step process. Take ruthless inventory. 1. You cannot change a destination if you don't know your current coordinates. You have to look at your life and ask, what is my emotional baseline? When nothing is happening, when you're just sitting in your car or washing the dishes, where does your mind default? Is it worrying about the future, which is fear? Is it resenting an ex, which is anger? Identify it without judging it. Just name it. Step 2. The input fast. Starving the low frequency. If you want to drain a swamp, you have to stop pouring water into it, right? For the next 48 hours, you need a radical input fast. Cut out the chaotic news cycles, the doom scrolling, the high conflict content, and the conversations that leave you feeling drained. Replace them with silence, with clean spaces, or with materials that stretch your mind, like this channel, instead of shrinking it. Step 3. Shift from reaction to observation. When a low frequency emotion hits, let's say a wave of irritation or anxiety, most people do one of two things. They fight it or they become it. Instead, practice observation. Say to yourself, anxiety is passing through me right now, instead of, I am anxious. Don't claim it, guys. The moment you observe an emotion, you separate yourself from it. You create a gap. And that gap, that in between, is where your freedom lives. Step 4. Activating courage, which is the 200 gateway. On Hawkins Scale, courage calibrates exactly at 200. It is the gateway. Courage doesn't mean you aren't afraid. It means you look at the fear, you look at the discomfort, and you say, I'm willing to handle this anyway. To activate courage today, do one thing you've been avoiding. Make the phone call. Have the awkward conversations. Declutter that one corner of your room that's screaming for order. Courage is a doing word. And then step 5, our last step, is anchor in intention, operating from power. Once you reach courage, you move into neutrality, which is 250, and willingness, which is 310. This is where you stop trying to control outcomes and start choosing your state. Before you start your day tomorrow, don't ask yourself, what do I have to get done? Ask yourself, who am I being while I do it? Am I doing this from a place of scarcity and fear? Or am I doing it from a place of capacity and power? What happens next? The unrecognizable shift. When you consistently cross that 200 threshold, something wild happens to your life. You stop needing to force things to happen. Opportunities start finding you because your energy isn't blocking them anymore. You become less reactive, which means you keep your power instead of giving it away to every passing circumstance. You literally start to look and feel completely unrecognizable to the version of you that was trapped in survival mode just months ago. If you felt a shift just listening to this today, pick one step from this episode and apply it right now. Don't wait for tomorrow morning, guys. It's important. Drop a comment below and let me know which step you're taking today. Let's lock that intention in. If this episode brought you value, Pass it along to someone who needs to hear it. Let's raise the collective baseline together. Until next time, keep evolving, keep reaching for the stars, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.